Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent? Yikes, they scared... What?
Are these puppets part of the stage set?
Something feels...
There's no other grand theater.
So Sunday's messing with...
My apology. I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, I invite you to... History is a mirror reflecting the universe's true within it, naturally. Let us commence with the dawning. After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Enna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day. They gathered nebulae and forged them into picks, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys, and the sun rose. Strike the black keys, and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose. That marked the second day.
Stream forth the gleam of resistance.
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it? Where are we now?
The atmosphere here looks similar. This act is named Ode to Prisoner.
I thought things were finally looking up as
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start our narrative? Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still...
To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Where shall we start our narrative? Story in your own way. What? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison.
Drain
In
force.
2147 AE, a prisoner named Hanunu ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence. It's true that Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true liberation. The three nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile.
Let's build another prison, not within the
Once again, Asdana was engulfed in war, this time the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living for it.
I hope you like this land of free.
As you can see, their sentences have long ended, and the IPC guards have long been freedom permeates.
Prisoners, this is my order. Learn the essence of freedom and teach your...
Hey! Why do we have to fight while enjoying the show?
For I desire not only your enjoyment, but also your assistance in its completion.
Still waters of oblivion.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
To betray my customers, I charge extra. Watch the face!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion. waters of oblivion.
To betray my customers, I charge extra.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
No one can restrain you anymore. You are...
Thus concludes the first.
This must be how Penacony was constructed, with the aid of outsiders. However, it appears that Sunday aims to...
This show is... These puppets... Where are they guiding us this time?
They transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted. They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream. Thus, all things were marked, and the world learned to discern between good and evil. That marked the third and fourth days.
Look! Another frame!
Ode to Fool.
The surroundings are different.
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7 major lineages: tree, grass, flower, bird, beast, fruit, and insect. Peace never truly graced Land of the Exiles. The history in this era is rich and intricate, so please allow me to present it in allegorical form.
Welcome to this mansion, dear outsider.
Land of the Exiles was in...
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Welcome to this mansion, dear
Land of the Exiles was in disarray, besieged by both internal and external perils. Though the 7 major lineages appeared united on the surface, each harbored their own ambitions, leading to ceaseless conflict. The Black Plum family was the first to fall. They withered away in the White Desert event. Orchestrated, the leader of the Alfalfa family sought to defect to the IPC, trading freedom for survival. However, his eldest son slew him in the name of righteousness, and ascended as the new family head. Only when Gopher Wood led the family to Land of the Exiles and earned recognition from all 5 major lineages did Penacony.
Dear outsider, I beseech your aid in purging this mansion of the... I wish they could...
This is the second act. Looks like it's about...
But this new master...
Perhaps this is the truth Sunday is trying to express, if you read between the lines.
Looks like we...
I shall sing for my new master, just as...
Master!
Master, now that you have gone,
Once I stood... My former master has long departed.
Master is no longer here. I thought I'd be free, but I'm not. Master is no longer here.
Either I shall be my own monk. Without a master, who can grant me true freedom? Thank you, dear outsiders. My servants, heed me! What cast aside the...
Get ready. Looks like another...
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Again?
What is your prescription?
On the still waters of oblivion. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Again?
You bully! What is your prescription?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
alas, they remain but slaves. Thus concludes the second.
This is how Penacony fell under the family's control. Since the arrival of the Harmony, the land of the exiles has undergone...
This guy really loves dramatics.
They used the planetary rings to establish the law, forging a code of conduct among the masses. A grand lyre with black and white keys served as an instrument, while symbols of articulation and numerical notation took the form of musical notes. The downward flowing river became a melody, and the canon of law dictated the form. Thus, all mortals found their unique place within this symphony. That marked the 5th and 6th days.
This guy is really into these puppets. Oh, I get it now. The last scene is all about singing the praises of the Order.
And the atmosphere here.
This is the concluding act of this play. I have showcased the past and present of Penacony. Hoping that my desire for change resonates with you. This is the concluding act of this play. I have showcased the past and present of Penacony, hoping that my desire for change resonates within you. And now, I shall reveal its future to you.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Still waters of oblivion.
Ready for another?
Lance! Forward!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
And now, I shall reveal its future to you.
Stream forth. Gleam.
Responsibility for the people.
If the people consult, we will make choices on their behalf and bear the responsibility.
Weak and stand against the mighty.
We shall support one another, protecting and standing against the mighty.
shall govern the movement of stars.
Before the
The ebb
arrival,
and flow of time.
everything followed its natural course. And so it shall continue, even after the king's departure.
After the king's departure,
We no longer have need for a king, for we have become kings of all things.
stream forth the gleam of old blades. Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Hey, aren't we?
Perhaps we'll need to.
So,
Farewell, former king.
how did it go? You can't.
My apologies for my negligence. I forgot.
Let our previous king recount it to
Prepare for battle. Looks like we'll have to.
descending from the infinite skies. I traverse towards the future with measured steps. No need to remember me or seek my assistance. For the contours of my mind shall intersect with common experience.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
On the still waters of oblivion. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Hit! Lance! Forward!
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
In the hushed expanse of a nocturnal reverie, I leave faint traces behind. No need to remember me, or to recall what is mine shall wane.
This is the final scene. It's much more strict. Let's go. Once this.
They imbued the world with meaning, perfecting all things in the heavens and on earth. Then, yet all beings cried out to Enna. Under the banner of the Order, thus, on that day, all beings...
This grand theater looks
Everyone, get ready.
That marked the 7th day. Cheers and chants reverberated in unison.
Look, there he is!
That concludes everything related to the Order. What are your reflections on this? Nevertheless, this is but a trivial blip in the annals of galactic history. You've arrived at the perfect moment. The Charmony Fest. Allow me to extend my warmest welcome once more. Welcome to Penacony and the very place. Your unwavering faith in the true goodness can only be achieved through faith.
Allow me to point out that falling into a permanent slumber is not happiness, especially when those people are driven by someone else's will and...
Do you still believe that the Order only seeks to control the universe as their puppet, Himiko?
No matter how perfect your vision of paradise may be, a cage remains a cage.
People will never achieve true happiness in a world like that. They would just be toys for the Eon.
It seems you have misunderstood my intentions. Allow me to clarify. My sole objective is to create a paradise free from eons, where the Order ensures the dignity and happiness of all humans.
That's not the case. If people are to live with dignity, there must be nothing and no one above them. In your so-called paradise, you would be the one reigning supreme.
Looks like we won't be able to convince each other. Now that our conflict has been destined, however, before the prelude to the future begins, please take... Is darkness equal to daylight? Are sinners equal to the righteous? If you are born weak, which god should you turn to for solace?
Under the planet, you have all things in the cosmos.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I'm on guard.
Destined for oblivion.
Nice teamwork.
You bully!
That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We have the upper hand. Ready for another? Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack. What is your prescription?
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Let me tend your wound.
Lands at the ready.
Another journey begins, destined for oblivion.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Need a doctor?
I'm on guard.
Free will, or was it from the still waters of oblivion?
Enemy targets detect. Ready for another?
Lance at the ready.
Destined for oblivion.
Let me tend your wound.
I'm on guard.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The starch.
What's in your prescription?
Don't worry, it's just a scrape. Another journey begins in the still waters of oblivion.
Commencing support. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. You bully!
Free will, or was it destined for oblivion?
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another? Need a doctor? Finally!
Don't worry.
What's in your prescription? You bully!
I'm on guard.
We have the upper hand.
Again? How familiar. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion.
Lance at the ready.
We have the upper hand. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Finally!
Don't worry, it's just a scrape. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ready for another? Let me tend your wound.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
What's in your prescription? Thanks for the support. Commencing support.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Need a doctor? You bully!
That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion.
We have the upper hand. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I already know your decision. I now permit you to gaze into the sun. On these 107,336 stones, the almighty and powerful strings of harmony are at my disposal. The supreme tuner, harmonious choir, Dominicus! Lost souls, come and meet your master.
The embodiment of the harmony? So the true purpose of the Charmony Festival is to usurp it?
This
Wise and perceptive as you are, answer me this. Why could the harmony and the order merge? Because neither side could tolerate discord. Part of the melody!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Let me pen your wounds. Spider-Man! Thanks for the support. What is your prescription?
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Not a scratch. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Enjoy eternal peace.
I'm on guard.
Free will, or was it still waters of oblivion? I weep for the departed.
I'm feeling like there's another world in front of my eyes.
It's the power of tuning. Don't let the song distract you.
Lance at the ready.
Disorderly noise! Oh, look to me!
Destined for oblivion.
All wishes noise is fading!
Not a scratch.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The time has come. Creation will be reborn from the remains of the gods.
Danheng?
Radiant spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Wake up! Wake up! Hey, wake up! Huh? Are you alright? Oh, not good. Alright. Stop joking around. It's a long story. Simply put, done. And then we return to reality. Everyone else has also returned from the dreamscape. Himeko and the rest are at the lobby discussing...
Not going to come chat with me, sleepyhead.
That voice. Is that Black Swan?
Hey, where are you going?
Hey,
What?
nothing, Miss March. Though the strike from the General was timely, its destruction was also but, luckily for them, the dreamscape is my home.
Oh, so that's what.
Don't mention it. After all, I wouldn't want to see.
Of course not.
Why would you think that?
Himeko and Mr. Yang are probably still busy. Let's go look for Don Hung first. Look, he's still talking to that cowboy.
You're awake.
Well, fork me.
Allow me to introduce him to you. During our pursuit of a certain person. Which is why we sought you.
No need for thanks. They're the Galaxy Rangers' principal.
More or less.
Wait, hold on a sec. This is the first time I'm hearing about this certain person. Who are
Who was it again? No, that ain't it. I just...
what's...
Vic. Forget about it. If it slipped all our minds,
Yes. When the dust settles, I'll just think of a way. Everyone, let's hurry up and look for Miss Him.
You're right.
You guys go. I'm
Look, they're with the...
That's all right. In these times of conflict for the sake of utmost safety, it is only right that the Alliance steps forward to mediate on behalf of the Astral Express. Furthermore, despite the IPC's eagerness for success, it prioritizes peace above all. And
The General possesses a deep understanding of the greater good.
You flatter me. But ultimately, it's been all down to the Express. Without your efforts, this sweet dream paradise would have been claimed by the last remnants of order. Well, would you look at that? If it is...
Are you okay? I heard you couldn't wake...
Don't worry, Mr. Yang. What about you, Mr. Yang?
Well, he used an ability called tuning to connect our conscious thanks to General Jing Yuan's destruction of...
He used that tuning on us too.
I can confidently say now, he was truly after a fair fight with us. Had he wanted.
Speaking of the Oak family head,
It's complicated, but the IPC has named him the key figure in the family's Penacony split. The family quickly labeled him and the remnants of the Order as enemies, declaring the turmoil...
Everyone really has the...
Then, what's going to happen to Miss Rob? Why the side?
I can only say that this incident is an unexpected mess for the girl. It's time, everyone.
Given the General's
Why, of course you're welcome. Besides, if there can be reliable observers from the Astral Express present...
I'm kind of alert.
Not to worry.
I'm afraid I'll also have to return to the Express first.
Thank you. What a...
Great. Although I'm not too sure of the reason. The negotiation will commence at the hotel lobby. Everyone, please, follow me.
Mr. Aventurine and Miss Topaz are here too. Oh, and who is that over there?
The Intelligentsia Guild's Dr. Ratio. This assembly is quite something.
It's been a while. I would also extend my sincere thanks to you, General of the Lawfu.
Oh. Looks like...
Of course. Topaz, if you please.
Sure. Leave it in summary. It's good news. After much deliberation in light of long-term considerations for interastral peace, and by authority of Pierpoint H...
No.
To be honest, it does nothing to benefit the IPC. But it is extremely
Has the IPC finished sharing? The Guild, much like the Genius Society, has taken a keen... The floor is yours for the finer points, Mr. Screwlum. Enlighten us, please.
Organic life's unrelenting search to understand the realm of inner spirituality is something I both admire and envy. Every time, within the realm of imagination, there emerges alas, they are nothing but projections of my thought system to me. Desired, but unattainable. After deliberations with my partners, we have decided...
Not only that, we've also established contact. I'm truly happy for the Dream Chasers on Penacony. The cosmos' brightest...
Agreed. It's hard to imagine. Never mind.
No wonder everyone insisted that.
It heartens me to learn that everyone is willing to put aside their differences for Penacony's plan. Looks like Penacony's future is decided.
Peace is our greatest wish.
Well, that's good. Now that everyone's minds are...
If that's the case, it appears that...
Sounds good to me.
You two head back to the Express first.
Nah.
You've been with us this whole time, huh? Let's go. Our time on
Penacony's journey ends here. I guess it was pretty fruitful.
This is all due to your heroic deeds in Penacony. This is all due to your
Well, seems the dust is finally settled.
I am truly happy for the Dream Chasers.
The navigation meeting is about to start. We're all waiting. Ahem. Looks...
This a meeting to decide our next stop?
Hold your horses.
Should allow me to explain. Mr. Boothill and Miss Black's, as you all may know, the Astral Express never declines any passenger who...
Whoa, the Express is going to be much lively.
Understood, Miss March. I promise you, you'll never see me in...
All right. Now that everyone... Firstly, Pom-Pom wishes to thank everyone. If it weren't for you all unearthing the truth about Penacony, what they had to go through was regrettable. Now then, we come to the crux of the first choice is from Himiko, the oceanic planet of Lushaka, a planet composed entirely of water. The second choice is the agate world Melustanen, suggested by Welt. It's famed as one of the initial sites of the Stellaron disaster, and the place where the beauty Idrilla ascended. The third choice is Edostar, a planet nestled within a vast ions. The last choice, courtesy of Black Swan, is the glass belt Petravia, a massive belt of...
Ooh, so...
Next up, everyone will select the destination that they wish. Little Misha and old Mikhail's homeland. Having been through some...
Count me in. Still, I imagine that planet must have changed entirely after the stellar...
I'm not against Miss Himiko's choice, but...
March is right. Though the fact that the distress signals have ceased means we're probably too late.
3 votes for Lush. Looks like we have a winner! Then this navigation meeting is adjourned. When it's time to make the jump...
There's still some time before the jump. What should I do? Huh. For some reason, I'm suddenly stricken by the feeling. Perhaps...
This Astral Express sure is comfy. I can live without... Oh. Ha! Huh?
Please let this trip be uneventful. Please let this trip be uneventful. Please let this trip be uneventful. What's with the last couple of trail? Come on, start praying with me.
You're fast becoming... Yes, you are. I've known many... It's not been easy for you these past few days.
Come to think of it. Turn in early today.
Oh, how about it? I can feel your obvious So, how about you hand that... Oh? I just stumbled before I explain. I would like to apologize to you. Remember when we entered the hotel in the dreamscape? This way, I can always be attuned. But this is not. Light cones are slices of light used to encapsulate. It can etch your memories in their most vivid. All the world is born from life, seemingly vast. Oft memory is a reflection of the future. Within that reflection, I see your and that memory will be as... Precisely. But the reason is simple. In this grandiose... Patience. Turn around and take a look at your friends. I'm looking for an opportune time. How about one fine night? I will prepare the candles, aromatics, and even a cushy couch to...
Hi, the express is about to make the jump.
It looks like we're finally about to... that's right. As a small life is akin to a winding labyrinth, where memories serve as our sole companion. In the year 2158 of the Amber Era, the first year of the new epoch, the universe resumed its intended trajectory. The kindling of conspiracy smoldered in Penacony, the land of the dreams. Failing to erupt into a blaze, it instead flickered briefly on Klapoth's anvil, before vanishing in the blink of an eye. The dead and those fated to die remain in their eternal slumber, while the living find solace in deep sleep. All clamored in a cacophony of silence, and then went about their own ways. The cosmos emanated a vitality characteristic of a new era, all for the modest price of a brother and sister's mild grief. Babies are born as stars extinguish. The silver rail unfolds. The story of the Astral Express comes to a close, yet it also embarks anew. Time marches forward, heralding the arrival of a new chapter in the history of trailblazing expeditions. Countless shooting stars streak the sky tonight. If you can pick the right one, it will carry your wish to thousands of distant worlds. You're feeling very relaxed now, aren't you? So, then, it's time to tell you a little bedtime story. Well, let's start with a conclusion. The crew was defeated in the battle against Sunday. Everyone in Penacony failed, and no one survived. But don't panic. The truth, as horrifying as it may be, is not yet irreversible. There's still a glimmer of hope, and that's why I'm here. Next, I'll use this empty light cone that carries all your memories to relive everything that happened before. And when this story reaches its end, I'm sure someone as clever as you will notice that. There's a major flaw in the story you have experienced. Yet, within that flaw lies a glimmer of hope. Are you ready for it? Do you remember everything? When the clock turned back, the Express started a warp jump, sending you to a strange dream. You were bewildered back then, and then a Galaxy Ranger named Acheron showed you a way out. When you arrived at the Reverie Hotel, you met the doorman Misha and had a confrontation with Aventurine, an IPC representative. After that, you saved Firefly and explored Penacony together. During the tour, you ran into Sparkle disguised as Sampo and accidentally entered a child's dream. There, I rescued both of you from death, but Firefly didn't return to reality. She realized the truth and tried to involve you in her plan, but that resulted in an accidental death. The 2 cases of death prompted you to investigate the truth behind the sweet dream. Despite your efforts to gather information about the 2 victims, you didn't make much progress. But you did learn about the watchmaker from Gallagher. Meanwhile, Aventurine was secretly carrying out his scheme, in which you were one of the pawns. In the midst of a fierce battle, that strike foiled Aventurine's plan and opened a passage between the sweet dream and the original memory zone. Upon your arrival at Dreamflux Reef, you split up with Sunday and Robin, looking for a way to seal the Stellaron. Finally, the story reached its conclusion. You emerged victorious, with the Trailblaze triumphing over the Order, and Penacony embracing a bright and peaceful future. This marks the end of the thrilling journey in the major flaw, which contradicts all the... It is true that Gallagher is a history fictional. This is not the fatal variable. Are you suggesting that the sleeping and shapeless never bestows? That's a very astute guess. But unfortunately, Acheron did progress further down. I'll discard that incorrect answer for you. Take your time. Little me. He's only a segment of memory in a dream bubble. But well, Misha is a rather special memory zone meme. And he was granted power by the Trailblaze. A life born in the memory zone could never manifest in reality. So, why did he appear in the Reverie Hotel in reality? The answer is simple. He is the one fatal variable that contradicts all our known information. This means that you, who wholeheartedly believe in this memory, are still trapped in the dreamscape at this very moment. Wake up, sleepyhead. Break free from this eternal dream and return.
The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2.
This way, darling.
Not another one. Thank you so much, Black Swan.
Finally, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
I understand you must be confused, and we'll do our best to shed light on the situation. However, before that, it's essential to know that this place is the rift between dream and reality. A place reserved only for those who have awakened from Enna's dream.
Do you remember Sunday's ambitious plan?
Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. From the early days of our journey into Asdana, we were already affected by the Stellaron. That strange dreamscape where we met. Maybe it was I don't think the goal of the Order was to put everyone into a deep, and that included a lot of memoria from the Beyond the Sky Choir. As time came and went,
This is what makes Anna's dream so powerful. I believe what you experienced in the sweet dream, except for that flaw, was real. Only in this way, if it wasn't for Acheron's plan, we—
Fortunately, while the path of the Order governs all things, it can't affect the Nihility.
This is also why you felt a sense of peculiarity when traveling with her. Well, I'm not as fortunate as she is. Even if I'm a memo keeper, I was still influenced by the power of the Order and fell into hallucinations. However, thanks to your—
For mortals, even if they possess the great power of a path, they can't create a flawless— That's why there was a flaw in your dream. In other words, once you
The flaw in your dream lies within Misha, who could have never appeared in reality.
Now Sunday has usurped the power of the Harmonious Choir through the Charmony Festival. Asdana has— Failure doesn't mean weakness. We still have a chance, though.
All right, please come with me.
These people.
Here we are.
It's Robin.
Finally, you've arrived.
Let me introduce you to Robin. She woke up from Enna's dream by her own will, and it's this tough lady who led us here with her song.
I woke up for the same reason as all of you. In the dream, I experienced something that could never occur in reality.
Are we going to look it up in a cave?
Without us, this bird would be too fragile to survive.
No, but...
Then let's take care of it together until it can return.
Huh?
Birds have wings because they're meant to fly. Birds belong.
The illusion was so impossibly blissful that I realized, and this is our final hope. Enna's dream is founded upon the harmonious choir, namely everyone's shared wishes. It will, at present, it has become impervious due to people's desire to remain slumbering within the dream. We must make everyone in Penacony want to wake up.
Now comes the tricky part. How do we do it? Humans yearning for sweet illusions borders on obsession, leading them to subconsciously resist the harsh reality. Therefore, I carefully selected a moment where he was completely unguarded, guiding him to uncover the truth himself. However, to wake up everyone in Penacony and get them to share the same determination, that would be nearly
Indeed. I'm afraid it's almost...
But we can't just stay here and do nothing.
This is a critical moment for the whole universe.
Thanks to Black Swan.
You're welcome. And thanks to the memo keepers in Penacony, too.
This is the first step of our plan. With the assistance from the Garden of Recollection.
However, awakening a mere handful of individuals is insignificant compared to the vast number of people immersed in the dream.
If breaking through from the inside proves challenging, we can... Asdana is a galaxy known for its abundant memoria, and the remarkable phenomenon at this very moment. There is only one dream, encompassing the entire Asdana system.
So, you mean, if we can attract a large...
However, those outsiders might also succumb to the dream and become the foundation of the Order instead.
Looks like the Jade Abacus of allying oath.
No. Keep your once-in-a-lifetime treasure. We don't need to bother the Cienjo Alliance for such a... Just leave it to us, Galaxy Rangers.
You can gather...
Outsiders may see Galaxy Rangers as... Do you know what it is, Acheron?
It's the relic I returned to you.
Exactly. Its owner must have told you that it's meaningless to anyone other than a galaxy because it's a burial artifact, worthy only of a hero who has served the Galaxy Rangers with honor. When its light illuminates the universe, it means the fall of a hero, and in the direction it falls, countless meteors will streak across the sky. Those meteors are Galaxy Rangers, coming from all corners of the cosmos, driven by a shared purpose, without questioning the cause or counting the cost, because we abide by a common principle. The shooting stars of the hunt only descend on the longest night, and with them comes the dawn. We've stayed silent for far too long. Now, it's time to remind all the cowards, oppressors and villains of the universe of our presence. I'll be the one to ignite the first spark.
Once the dreamscape is swayed, I'll complete the second step. I'll fine-tune the slumbering souls with the Song of the Harmony, interrupting them with the discord of Trailblaze, and guiding them towards reality. It's true that some people are born strong, and others are born weak. If the Trailblaze is the target of heroes, then the Harmony will guarantee that the strong help the weak. Only the people of Penacony themselves can be the saviors of their homeland. Their path of happiness should be forged by themselves. While I may not be a nameless, I'm willing to instill courage in all those who need it. This includes my brother as well. Anna's dream is too cruel for him and everyone else.
Your plan sounds well conceived, but still, it appears somewhat idealistic and romantic. The flaws rooted in human nature can't be eradicated overnight. Do you believe these efforts alone are enough to convince everyone to choose the right path?
I agree with you, Black Swan. That's why the most but to inspire them to save themselves.
So, you...
The Harmonious Choir possesses the power of an emanator. To overcome it, you'll need the same level of power. The final step in destroying the sweet dream will be my responsibility.
That's a relief to hear.
Now that our roles are assigned, let's get to our battlefields and pose a grand finale.
May I have a moment alone with you? There's one more thing I need to explain to you. This grand festival is drawing to its close. This is the starting point for the ultimate stage of our journey. Just as it marked the beginning of all the stories in Penacony. Only by reflecting on our steps can we remember the path we should be walking on, and the companions who have walked alongside us. There's something you should know. We were able to locate you within this boundless dream, and find the key to breaking free from the dream. All because of one person's unwavering dedication. Firefly. She awakened from the dream ahead of others, discovered the Express amidst the stars, and brought us valuable information about the remnants of the Order. She may have been aided by the script, and it came at a cost. As you know, Firefly is a stowaway who entered the dreamscape in a different way from ours. Without the dream pool in the hotel or assistance from the family, she can only awaken from... We mustn't fail her determination. I'm not implying that we must win this fight no matter what, but our resolve should match that of that courageous lady. Are you ready? Very well. Now, please close your eyes.
Don't worry. If anything happens, I'll just put you back together.
So it's you. Our time spent with one another is precious.
Did you check out my latest live stream? It was a showstopper!
How long
If I remember correctly, it has lasted for decades, or even centuries. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. But thankfully, we've guided those lost souls to their lives beyond. They were heroes in their time. And they won't be reduced to puppets of the Nihility in their death. You see, the shadows on the sea have vanished. Do you remember? He once said that the sky would clear when the regrets of the departed had faded away.
but...
I know.
So, why is all this? Why did this rain choose me?
Because someone's regrets haven't been fulfilled, perhaps. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities. And for some, Their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves. Sin-thirsters. The obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the depths of Ix, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms, they have journeyed with me for such a long time.
Oh, so this is... I'm already dead.
Yes.
Are you watching over me?
This is my duty, as Acheron the Watcher. I'm guarding the path to the abyss of the nihility, guiding every soul reluctant to become one with it. Back to this side.
But if this is what the departed ones expected, should you try to change it?
I don't know. But someone once told me that when the inevitable moment came, he hoped that someone would stand at his grave and place a bouquet of flowers.
Even if it doesn't make sense at all?
Some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless. Please extend your hand, and then close your eyes. I'll carry your wish with me and fulfill it. Only then will I be able to put an end to the final regret by the Dead Sea.
Will I ever see them again?
Yes, that is certain. Because it was you who told me about the Express, your two former companions. The expedition cut short by the swarm, your narrow escape from death, and your encounter with the Galaxy Rangers. And Penacony, the hometown to which you could never return.
Yeah. For countless times, I got rejected by the family and had to pass it by. But I knew that my companion was still there. Oh. Mikhail, are you still there?
Take my hand and come with me. We'll leave this place. You'll embark on a long, long journey, shrouded in darkness. But fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. That's the color of existence. Follow it, and it'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
Thank you.
May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. Welcome to the horizon of existence. This place is one of the thousands of manifestations belonging to the sleeping and shapeless. And it's also an exit out of the nihility for the awake ones. Let's bid our final farewells here.
Always distinguish between reality and imagination.
Life is akin to a winding labyrinth. where memories serve.
May your schemes be forever concealed.
Enna's dream is too cruel for him and it ever.
To the imperfect tomorrow.
I still remember the question on the invitation letter.
Why does life slumber? Or perhaps such is the answer itself. Leave this place. Return to where you belong. As I said, our plan is not about convincing everyone to... The answer is, when they are in desperate situation, like a drowning individual in the deep sea. When one's the fragility of humankind often freezes them in their tracks. But in truly desperate situations, they will strive to save themselves. And now, Penacony has enough heroes to lead them forward. It's through this inherent, self-centered instinct that people exert their utmost effort, even when they know their struggle is fruitless. As for now, it is time to guide them, not as a savior, but as a nameless among those mortals. In this way, you will reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. The rain is intensifying. Before we part ways, please allow me to ask a few final questions. So far, you have forged unbreakable bonds with numerous individuals and entities in the Sweet Dream. Might I ask if you fear severing these bonds with your own hands? If there is a vast, lifelike dreamland that is virtually indistinguishable from reality, a realm without death, where everyone can attain the happiness and fulfillment they deserve, living blissfully ever after, I would ask, would you wish to stay? Imagine if this splendid dream were fated to fall apart. Friends, family, strangers, followed by the gentle breeze, soaring birds, the stars, and ultimately yourself. Everyone, and every face they remember. The joy and the heartaches, the vows sealed and those left hanging. All will inevitably march towards a predetermined ending. If you had grasped the journey's finale right from its inception, I would ask, would you still embark on this journey? I'm glad. The answer itself doesn't matter. What matters is that you've made a decision. Listen, touch, and ponder. And therein lies the sensation. Cherish it, because that's what makes us exist. Such is the only answer humans can offer when facing the nihility. If the nihility represents the primal fear of life, rendering any lofty convictions insignificant under their imposing shadow, then behind this shadow, there must exist the most fervent source of light in the world. Just as every life that edges closer to death fervently approaches the end of the nihility, we must pursue that primordial light.
Come to think you exist in the nihility, and you watch over others to depart it. Such a task is absurd and meaningless.
Nevertheless, someone had to do it. As for the meaning you mentioned, even if it's a meaningless task, I've come this far, haven't I?
Even if the future you forge may not even belong to you.
It may not belong to me, but it definitely belongs to someone.
What hardships you must have experienced. In that case, allow me to do something meaningless too. Please, do me the maid. Perhaps my existence will vanish in the next moment. Nobody will remember this conversation or yours, but I believe that your name should be remembered. In this universe.
For me, some things are difficult to recall. Yet there are others that I find challenging to forget. Such is memory, a creation of the past that blossoms into significance in the distant future. I remember that marks the start of my journey. The origin of the vibrant red hue in my life, and the most fervent element amidst every tempest. That's my name. Raiden Ozenmori. May. The Golden Dream is getting restless. In the coming long nights, I'm afraid you will face many setbacks and witness many tragedies. And in the end, you will only see in black and white. But please believe me, that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will appear once more. What you must do is ponder its significance, then return to the waking world.
That's where we all find our answers.
Free will, or was it fate? Still water. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Disorderly noise! How can the weak be righteous? Noisy. Noise is fading.
Wake up! Let's play our own melody. The show begins! Keep up with me. Listen up. Still the same thing.
Forget your wallet?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Still the same one.
I solemnly invite you to join the glorious chorus.
Feast your eyes! Happy New Year! Turn out your pockets!
I'll take the lead. Wake up!
Still water.
Still the same old.
Part of a melody. Indistinguishable from reality. Can it still be called an illusion?
Don't worry, it's just a script.
Listen up.
Perfect melody. Recreate paradise anew.
Music.
There seems to be another kind of sound coming into the Order's symphony. Penacony's first and last disharmony. Those imprisoned in their dreams are awakening for freedom.
Disorderly noise. Robin, is that you singing?
You have heard their cries. This is not the paradise they hoped for.
Even so, they don't know where they should be heading. That's why I had to become the lone star in the sky to guide them.
Even if that star must hang in a perpetual night of solitude.
Feast your eyes! Happy
Let's play our own melody. Let the show begin.
Another journey begins. For obliteracy. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I'll take the lead. Wake up!
Noisy. Sink into the dream.
Free will, or was it fate? Still water.
Keep up with me. Listen up. Let's play our own melody. Let the show begin.
Don't worry, it's just a scream.
Feast your eyes! Happy New Year!
Wake up!
I weep for the departed. Don't worry, it's just a scream. That's half the work. Just
Disorderly noise!
Let's play our own melody. Let the show begin! I'll take the lead.
Disorderly noise!
Great teamwork.
another journey begins.
Listen up.
Again.
If we had never experienced solitude, how could we have embarked on different paths? Now, our final talk has concluded. All the work of creation has been completed. The inevitable day has arrived. The embryo of philosophy will reshape for us all of reality. If your paradise can save more people, sever my path with your hands.
Turn out your pockets! Heads up! The wheels are spinning. The weakness of humanity will not be redeemed by others.
Keep up with me.
Free will, or was it still water? I weep for the departed. It is so far.
I swear.
Let me tend your wound.
Another journey begins. Destiny for oblivion.
I swear. Listen up. I swear.
So, why does life slumber? Because someday we will wake from our dreams. The night is still too short.
Brother, the dream is over.
In the first year of the AE 2158, a fiery conspiracy erupted in the land of the dreams, but soon faded in chaos and destruction. Whispers carried the tale of those fateful 48 system hours, when a sun teetered on the precipice of collapse. A paradise stood on the brink of destruction, and a world was poised to surrender to its new master. Amidst it all, a body decayed, a pack of vultures gathered, and a brother and sister were doomed for eternal separation. And so, an eon succumbed to slumber once more. Some celebrated this fall, while others mourned. Among the insignificant witnesses, mere specks in the vast tapestry of the universe. It was said that this time, the Eon met their demise with dignity. As the cosmos bathed in the radiance of a pure dawn, a tempestuous storm brewed on the horizon. The chant of everything for the Amber Lord grew ever louder. Yet, no matter how one contemplated, time inexorably swings Klapot's colossal hammer in eternal cycles. The tale of the Astral Express reaches both its conclusion and a new beginning. Time marches forward, heralding the arrival of a new chapter in the history of trailblazing expeditions.
Brother, do you think the stars will fade away?
Where did that come all of a sudden?
Because the constellation that looks like a bird, the Torrid Eagles, looks a bit dim lately.
It's the Torment Eagles. Don't worry, it's still there. It's just it's located in the inner ring of Penacony and can only be seen when spring and summer overlap. As for the question you asked, I think stars do die, just like people. But do you know, sister? No star actually belongs to the present. The light we see from them is from a long time ago. even after the stars perish. Their light will travel millions of light years, spanning countless years, to illuminate the night sky of another world. In our paradise, I believe there will be a star like that, shining with the same light. Its radiance will last forever, and its name will be happiness.
No, not just one star. We should have 2 stars. Or maybe even more.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a deal.
It's a deal then. This is our promise, and nothing will sway our ideals.
Yeah, you bet.
Pleasure to hear your voice again. Congratulations. You've become the biggest winner of this festival.
Are you calling just to poke fun at me?
No. I'm just impressed. Not only did you venture alone into Penacony and discover the truth of Dreamflux Reef, but you also managed to escape with the help of that Knight of Beauty. Remember the recording you received from your Trailblaze friend? It's now the most valuable chip in this game. However, this came at a high cost. Losing a cornerstone is a hefty price to pay. Diamond just called a meeting to discuss what to do with you.
Just as I expected. So is Diamond planning to demote me, or kick me out of the 10 Stonehearts?
Why don't you take a wild guess?
Well, alright. Then I'll guess. He's going to promote me to P46.
Alright. What will you wager?
Are we talking about a real bet here? I don't want to wager anything just to escape your clutches. But if it's just a friendly bet, I'll put on the line what I did when we first met. I'll bet my life, ma'am.
Interesting. But since it's Diamond's call, no one can predict the outcome. I'm on my way to Penacony. Once everyone is settled, we'll return to Pier Point for the final showdown.
Sounds like I'll be out of the action for a while. Finally, a chance to kick back and relax.
Yeah. Leave everything to me and Topaz, child. Thanks to you. As soon as the Jade Stone was delivered to the family's compound, we finished up our preparations. The seeds we planted have taken root. Soon, it'll be time to reap the rewards.
Huh? Let's wrap it up for now. Looks like I've got a visitor here. Oh, so many surprises today. Didn't expect a Galaxy Ranger and wanted criminal to show up here. One who managed to take out 2 IPC members under the noses of our fleet. Do you understand what that means?
Screw Wubba Boo, I just put him to sleep. Don't try to intimidate me with that nonsense. Besides, I've taken down more IPC lackeys than the residual value you squeezed. And I don't mind adding a few more zeros to my wanted poster. I have a question for you. Be honest, or I don't mind putting a bullet into your head. Tell me, where is Oswaldo Snyder?